It is time for List Live. On the docket for today, WMUL's birthday. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and the number one ranked spot is... Welcome back to List Life, the second episode of this week. Also, the second episode recorded in the same hour and a half by Connor Brown and I. We did not go anywhere. We're not going to lie. This is a pre-recorded show.
We're not moving.
With it. I'm Shane Darling, alongside my good friend Connor Brown on a very special day, WMUL's 64th birthday. That's older than both of my parents.
That's older than both of mine too. That's Jesus.
64 years young. How you doing today, Connor?
Doing pretty good. Definitely been a while. Since
It
we've
has.
done this,
It's been about 30 seconds.
about 30 whole seconds since
we
we've done this.
We had to pull up our new list.
Yeah, when people listen, we just recorded the Halloween one.
This is true.
After this.
We
Very excited to do back to back here.
So the episode today is going to be a little bit different. We're not going to have 3 lists. We're only going to have 2 because it is WMUL's birthday. We want to make this a little bit special. WL means a lot to me. I don't know about you, Connor. I'm not going to lie to you all. I drove 7 hours pretty much just for WMUL and the opportunities that the radio station had here, because this is pretty much agreed upon through a lot of college broadcaster societies, a top 5 college radio station in the country, which is nuts.
It's insane. Yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah. It's
especially how we have such a large part in that. And we're making stuff that's crazy. But there you go. So we're going to both do our top 10 WMUL moments. We're just going to go back and forth. Number 10, number 10, number 9, number 9. I will actually start it off with my number 10. I was on Herd Roundup last year with Brant Wilson, and we also will have clips of some of these.
He'll have more than I will.
Yeah, because Connor just doesn't care about our show.
Totally,
okay.
yeah, so 100%, yeah.
But I was on Herd Roundup, which is a recap show we run at the end of the week with our sports director from last year, Sean Kelly, and Brant Wilson. I died laughing. I actually ended up having to send it back to Sean because I couldn't finish my section.
I listened to that clip, and that was so freaking funny, man.
Sitting at 5-12 overall this season and a 4-4 record. Sorry. Inside the Cam Henderson Center, the Herd hope to continue its winning ways. I'm sorry. Okay, my apologies, everyone at home. Against the Chiefs.
All right, apologies.
That was so funny.
It was so funny. I still have it saved in my funny folder because I still listen to it from time to time. Oh, so good.
All right, so my number 10, actually, it's not one of things like that. It's just because getting involved, it was the first time I actually ever went to a sports meeting here.
Oh, yeah.
That was the first one. Actually, Shane, I met you at the second one.
Correct.
Yes.
I was reffing a soccer game during the first one. I did not make the first one. Correct.
That's my next thing, is the one where I met you.
The sports meetings are great.
Yes, they're really great. They're
a lot of fun. Number 9, I have the first game I was ever on the call for. It was with Sean Kelly. It was a volleyball game. The main thing I remember from that game, I will not have a clip of this, is Marshall was caught out of rotation once, which, by the way, is something that should never happen in college volleyball. And Ben Westfall ended up sending me a video of the ESPN Plus broadcast. They panned in on me, and I just rolled my eyes and was looking upward like what just happened as I was talking on the broadcast. But yeah, that game, it was a lot of fun. First time being on a game. Not being on air, but first time being on a game. Yes. It was fun.
So my number 9, actually, it's another sports meeting one. It's where I first met you, actually.
You did individual sports meetings?
I only have 2 ones like that. The first one I had it where because I met everybody.
Yeah, no,
got to meet
true.
everyone. It was cool.
True.
And the second one, I got to meet you. So that was pretty cool. I met the same people. It was just cool, meeting, I feel like at the sports meetings, you meet long-lasting friends, really, with that one. And, obviously, I consider you one of my really good friends here.
Absolutely.
And, it's meeting you was really awesome. And we're doing this together now. So
look at this. Crazy how many people in that meeting just still so much a part of our lives.
I know, right?
You, me, Reese. I don't think he wasn't there at the start.
He showed up
later.
I think, did he show up at the second semester?
No.
Or halfway through the first?
Later first semester. Because remember, he came in and Ben Cower was like, he wants to focus on beer reporting.
I remember when he came in because we all made fun of his name because it was spelled weird.
Oh, yeah.
R-H-Y-S.
Yeah, it's very odd. But yeah, no. It's just crazy, especially with how close of a group we are.
Yes, I know.
It is insane to think about.
It's
that
really
it all just started one day randomly.
I just sat.
I'm going to join this radio station.
I think either you sat next to me or I sat
was
next
behind
to
you.
Okay.
I was behind
and
you.
then I remembered I shook your hand.
Yeah.
I remembered that.
Number 8, I have the first time I was on play-by-play. It was baseball with Elliot Quick. I'm not gonna lie, I was terrible at it. I was not good. It was just so bad. I was trying to make so many not jokes, but I was like trying to keep myself entertained. Because baseball, it was like the first 4 innings, there was one base runner, and it was just bad.
Sucks,
but,
yeah.
I mean, it was still an awesome moment to be able to get that. And Elliot's dope. I mean, Elliot's
I
great.
love Elliot.
Elliot's great.
Big Elliot Quick guy. All right, so my number 8, actually, it's the first time I ever produced the game.
Oh,
it was football. The first time I ever.
Your first time ever producing was football?
I was with Anderson. I was with Anderson.
My
it was last year, very first game of the season. They played Stony Brook. It was cool because I got to know Ben really well in that game. I got to know who he's our now sports director. But it's kind of funny because I was in there for 7 hours. Yeah, it was the rain delay. It was the rain delay game.
I forgot because that game was supposed to be an afternoon game.
We were and the rain delay happened. We were in there for so long, and I got home at like 1 a.m. midnight. But it was cool because I got to know Benny. He showed me a lot of stuff. He talked about things like
you probably could have produced the world after that game. Seeing all that stuff in there
because it was just so crazy. Like, and when I sat down, it was so overwhelming. I think seeing all the buttons.
Oh,
and
it's
all
terrifying.
That. Yeah, but now it's fine. But like, I think after that, I was like, oh, this is fine.
I remember the first time I saw the console, thinking to myself, I'm never gonna be able to learn how to do this. And now every time, since I'm the training coordinator here, every time I train someone how to use that board, I always make sure to tell them, look at this line right here and see how it's the same thing over and over again. So as long as you learn how to use these 6 buttons, you can use them because it's a different input. I wish they told me that.
It was actually kind of cool because I got to teach Landon Ball how to do it.
That's fun.
The other day, it was weird because like just a year ago, I was being taught and now I'm teaching people. It's weird. It was cool though.
But yeah, that game was crazy because I still remember I went to that game. It was supposed to be an afternoon game. It ended up just being a night game.
Yeah,
because the rain delay
started at like 7.
What did they talk about on air that whole time?
Dude, they talked about everything. Dude, it didn't happen. I wish it did. Ben Cower and Sean Kelly were on that game, and Ben was talking about, we might have to get old Connor Brown on this call.
That'd be awesome.
I wish I would have.
That'd be
but
awesome.
They started talking about so much random stuff, random football that was starting, not just Marshall, how they were doing, everything like that. They talked for an hour.
That's crazy.
About basically they talked for 2 hours.
Didn't they talk about like
pregame.
the NFL?
Yes, they talked about.
You just have to find.
They talked about everything. Like I think Ben said he was Googling. Like Cower was Googling ESPN to see what could happen or whatever it was.
You know what the funniest thing would have been if they would have pulled up another game on ESPN Plus, just started calling that one. That would have been hilarious.
It's like I'm calling both games.
I'm calling both games. Oh, that's Jim Nantz, right?
Jim Nantz.
My favorite broadcaster of all time.
I love Jim Nantz.
No doubt. Number 7, Pittsburgh, West Virginia. A little bit of backstory on this one. I was on Sports on the News, I believe for the first time, which on News Center 88, we do a 5-minute sports report at the end every single episode, and that falls on the sports staff. It was my first one or my second one. All I remember was my first time being with Allison Messinger. And it was a great sports report. I was going through it. I had no issues. And the next thing you know, I said, in Pittsburgh, West Virginia, my apologies, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It was hilarious. I ended up winning best accidental catchphrase as a superlative at the end of the year at the radio station for that one. It was funny. I mean, it's still brought up to this day.
It's hilarious.
But yeah, I mean, it's a staple of the radio station now. So I'm
It'll
glad.
forever be like here whenever we leave.
I'm glad my mistake was able to do that for the station.
All right, so my number 7 is actually the very first time I was ever on Buzzer Beater, the sports debate show with competitive picks. It was a time because it was actually really funny because you could tell all of us were so nervous because that was actually the first time any of us were on an airway or something like that, like a radio station. That was the first time any of us were on like there, and Ben Cower was so calm and collected, and we were just like,
it's
that
nerve-wracking. I will say, Allison said a couple of weeks ago, it's the closest thing to being on a roller coaster than actually being on a roller coaster. No,
it's not.
It's not that. It's just your voice gets shaky.
Yeah.
Because you're like, what if I do something wrong? And then, I mean, I'd say the second time I was on air, it was just like, oh, I'm talking.
My second Buzzer Beater, I was like, oh.
But yeah, it's definitely something the first time. Which, speaking of that, my number 6 is my first ever Buzzer Beater victory.
Yes.
first time.
I think I was on that.
You were,
Yeah.
which is also my first time being on Buzzer Beater. I will say that. It was me, you, Brant, and Luke Piles.
Yep.
You got kicked out first because Ben wanted you to come back and learn how to produce.
I remembered my take. It was about Justin Fields.
Yeah.
And I remember
because Luke Piles
Yeah.
got through it and we were like, how in the world? So Piles
God.
got out the next round, obviously. Brant and I were in the final. The question was about Bronny James.
I remember that.
And the question was, would Bronny James be better on another team, or is this his best chance? I said, dude, he probably wouldn't even be in the NBA if it wasn't LeBron's son.
That's real, though.
And Brant made his whole point about how good of an athlete he is and how about he came back from like a heart attack or whatever it was. And Cower, during the middle of it, before our rebound, goes, Brant, interesting answer, but the question was, would he be better on another team? And he was like, oh. And I think in my rebound, I was like, well, I crap this pretty much wrapped up because he didn't answer the question. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. The Buzzer Beater is a lot of fun.
So my 6, actually, if you remember this, I'm pretty sure you do. It was a sports meeting where Sean Kelly.
Oh, I know exactly what you're going to say.
So, okay, I'm acting this out in front of Shane. No one can really see me. But it was, so we were getting a little, I guess, rowdy in the back. And Sean,
As we always do.
And, okay, so basically in the sports ones, everyone sits basically on the exact same side.
Yep.
Basically. So, like, from Sean's perspective, we were all to the right,
Yeah,
all
to his
all
right.
huddled in a corner. And then we were getting a little loud, and Sean just gets up and he looks to the left side of the room with his hands up and goes, yo, 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 yo. And like no one's over there.
Connor and I in the same motion, like, who are you
was
talking to?
I remember I stood up and looked over to my right, and I was like, yo, 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 yo. And the whole room started dying laughing. It was so funny.
The fact we get anything done in those meetings
I know,
blows,
it blows
my
my
mind. I
mind.
mean, we have so much fun.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, that's definitely the best sports meeting moment.
Yeah, that was
for
so-
sure.
that
When
was
Sean
so
just goes,
funny.
"Ah!" That was so
That was so funny.
All right, top 5 now. I have the first ever basketball game I was on with Ben Westfall. It was University of Toledo at Marshall, men's. Funny little tidbit, actually, is a guy that plays for Toledo is from Saginaw, my hometown. We played a little bit of basketball together growing up in little tournaments and stuff, so I actually went up to him before the game, and I just tapped on his shoulder, and mind you, I look a lot different now than I did when we played together in 7th and 8th grade. I said, do you have any idea who I am? He's like, I don't have a single clue. I go, does the name Shane Darling ring a bell? He looks at me, he looks down, and then he looks at me again. He did like a double take. He goes, you've got to be kidding me. And I'm like, he's like, is that really you? I'm like, yeah. He's like, what are you doing down here? And I was like, I go to school. He was like, oh, is it a pretty good gig down here? I'm like, yeah, it's pretty good. But the funniest part of the game, I couldn't find it. I wish I did. I started singing Miley Cyrus. Marshall was down like 8 near the end of the game, and I was like, you know, it's like that Miley Cyrus song, It's the Climb. It's just going to be an uphill battle.
Oh, wait, I've heard that.
And, yeah,
I've heard that.
I couldn't find it. I wish I did, but it was a lot of fun being on Ben. Ben does a great job. He's a great broadcaster.
I remember, I think it was like my second or third color with him. I had him. He was really good.
He's awesome.
He gives a lot of good opportunities.
He does.
For you to do.
He
That's
does.
what I really like about that.
It's a true art. You know, a lot of people can call a good game as a play-by-play, but the ability to really give your color a chance to talk, which I don't know if I do a good job or not. I try to.
I remember the volleyball game we just did. I thought I was fine.
Yeah, no, you do a great job. I think you and I just have such great chemistry calling a game that we just fist bump.
We just fist bump.
I think, but truly, I think we know each other well enough that we know when the other's gonna end.
Yeah.
So we fit in very well. Yeah.
Okay, so my number 5 actually is the most recent Herd Roundup recording we did. That is what I have. That is the most recent one I have.
It's so
and
good.
the funniest thing
That's
about
so
that was
good.
I had to write the script for it because I think Anthony was busy, so I had to write it. He was late. He was got out of class or something. So I wrote it, and I made Shane die laughing, and he made me die laughing. But first, I made Shane die laughing because I was like speed writing it to get it done, because I didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
And it was a Marshall fall ball baseball
Bayball.
package, and I wrote it as Marshall Bayball.
Bayball.
And I think I misspelled
against.
Yeah, I spelled like 3 other
Adjacent.
words wrong. I was just speed typing
Oh my gosh, it was so
and
funny.
then I was reading a Marshall volleyball story, and I look across the table, and I just see Shane looking at me with his tongue out, and that just broke me.
Now, here, important clarification that we pre-recorded now.
We do, yes.
Back when I started dying on Herd Roundup with Brant John, it was live.
It was live on
It
air.
was live and
So
it was going
That
over.
is what I'm really glad
Yeah.
about. Also,
Oh,
made it
so
funny is that
funny.
I think Anthony had to be somewhere, and we were like,
He's
we
just screaming.
He was so mad because we kept laughing, and we had like I think like 3 minutes of just us
Oh,
laughing.
so
we had to
bad.
cut out,
And he's just yelling.
Yes,
in the
I
back, and
know.
we had to cut out all of it. Oh,
so
though.
funny, dude.
So much fun. Number 4, I have List Life. Really, all of them, but the one with Allison was hilarious.
That was really funny.
It was so much funny. I got 2 clips. The one where we talked about this. She said she was 12.
You favor 11-year-old girls?
I know you're here to meet an 11-year-old girl. She said she was 12.
She said she was 12.
I need to cut out so much of this episode. This is so And actually, I have 3 clips because 2 of them are under the same umbrella. Me crashing out on you for coughing.
Yeah, that was,
I'm going to have to bleep out one of the words I said. Mind you, we never swear with a headset
No, we
on.
don't.
It's just it's a very common, almost mental click as a broadcaster. Just as soon as you get it on, you never really swear because you just know you're not supposed to.
Even when I record my packages,
even when we record List Life, we really don't because it's just a natural habit. And that changed that day because I don't know why. Something about Allison in the room was just getting
Allison
me so
brought
mad.
So much negative aura
it did.
into it.
That happened,
so
I guess.
funny. It was so funny, dude.
It was funny.
Oh my gosh.
So, what made you want to get involved in student media?
Honestly,
Okay, I'm gonna re-ask that question because Connor Brown. Stop coughing. No, you know how many times I've had to edit out your coughing. All right,
cough button.
just turn around when you cough. That's all you got to do. Cough drop next time. Jeez. Okay, we don't swear in this show, by the way. That'll get cut out. Okay, keep going.
So my number 4 is you weren't there. It was a number 4. It was a buzzer beater episode.
Okay.
With me, Nate Courtney, and Anthony Doria, and I remembered Wilson Sears was supposed to be there.
Oh, I remember
but
hearing
he
about
didn't
this.
come because everywhere we do buzzer beater at 5:30 on Wednesdays. That's when we go live for it.
It's been like that.
It has
for a
been
long
like
time.
that for a long time, and for some reason at all, he thought it was at 6:30, so he didn't come. So Emma Johnson had to do it.
Oh,
for him.
yeah.
So, but what was so funny about it was later it was about who was going. It was at the time the Tennessee Titans had the number 1 overall draft pick, so it was like who should they take at number 1?
Yeah.
Anthony Doria was talking about Abdul Carter. Because
Okay.
because at the time they just had a horrible performance in with Will Levis at quarterback.
Yeah.
And he said he genuinely thought Will Levis was a good quarterback, just in a bad system, and they need to take Abdul Carter at number 1. And I remembered he went, and it was my turn for a rebound, so we started. And I can't remember who was hosting, but someone said, "Would you like to defend or attack?" And I was like, "Well, I was going to attack my point." Then Anthony Doria said that Will Levis was good at football, so no. And I went off on him. I was
hilarious.
like, "Anthony, Will Levis is trash." I was like, he got benched for Mason
crazy.
Rudolph at one point in the season, and it was really funny because you could hear Nate dying laughing next to me. That's what was so funny. And Anthony, he sat there kind of so disappointed, and he was just. And also, Dr. Bailey said that was the funniest episode of Buzzer Beater he's ever listened to.
He said that's
yes,
awesome.
he said it was the
That's
funniest one he's
awesome.
ever listened to. So I thought that's in my top
that's
4.
high
with that.
praise.
Yeah, he
That's
said
high
it.
praise.
I remember Emma came in and he was like, "Good news, like good about it." Dr. Bailey said, "Funniest episode of Buzzer Beater
That's
ever."
awesome.
So I thought that was awesome.
That's great. Yeah. Oh gosh, I wish I was there for that.
It
one.
was so funny, dude.
Yeah. Number 3, making the podium. I just have the staff room. Literally,
True. Yeah,
the staff room. So many moments in there.
So many every
We just
day.
have a lot of fun because that's where all of us, whenever we're in between classes or we literally just have time to kill, we go sit in the staff room. We all hang out. We're literally just a little family here.
Basically, yeah.
At WMUL, we're all very close. I will not lie to you. Specifically, though, I'll say the end of last semester. That place was packed.
It was so packed, dude.
I think it was we all inherently, without even noticing, we're just kind of all thinking we only got so much time till summertime.
Yeah, so we
and
gotta
so we
get
were
it
just
in there.
all packing in there, and there was there was like 15 people.
I think it's going to be the same also when
I
this
agree.
semester rolls down
I
because
agree.
we're off for a month in
Yeah,
December. So like
for
we
real.
don't see each other again until like January.
Yeah, we come back,
So,
man.
yeah.
Everybody's getting their bear hug like
Exactly,
always.
bro.
Man.
I remember when it's not on my list, but when I first saw Shane this semester, I was with one of my friends who's a freshman.
Yeah.
And I was going to go see his dorm room, and Shane is an RA in what tower? Or
North.
what north?
North,
Yeah,
freshman north, yeah.
freshman north. Yeah, freshman north. He was in there. He didn't see me when I walked in, and I remembered I came up. I like put my hands on his shoulders and gave him a little look, and he literally went, "Oh my god!" and then gave me
Bear
the
hug.
biggest bear hug
Big
ever.
bear hug, man. I'm a big hug guy.
Big.
First,
big
that was
hug.
when I met Drew too.
Yeah, it
Love
was.
Drew.
Yeah,
Love Drew.
Yeah, she's great. Awesome. Love her.
I
to
mean,
death.
yeah, she's okay.
Honestly, same. Okay, so I just did my 4. You just did your 3.
Yeah,
My
podium,
3
podium.
is first game me and you ever did together.
Oh yeah,
That's what I
that
had.
was a good one.
The very first volleyball game me and you
a
ever
good
did together. It was really good. It's just different. Like I've had fun with everyone I've ever called with, but
Yeah,
it's just
it's different.
I think it's because me and you are such really
We're-
good.
we're so
we're
close.
so
I
close.
mean-
but no, it's just different with you because I feel
Yeah.
like we have such good chemistry
It's-
with
it's
it, and
awesome.
we're good with it.
For
But yeah,
real.
that's why I thought it was
And
just really good.
the first one was probably our best call.
I agree.
Somehow, and I think
agree.
a lot of that has to do with just how good of a game it was.
It was so good. The 5 sets, sets, man.
Yeah,
It was
5
really
sets.
good.
EKU got up 2-0.
Yes.
Marshall
Came back.
forced a fifth, 15-13.
Gosh, it was a heartbreaker.
Because like I've
though.
listened to our other 3 games since then, all really great, but I think it's just how good of a game that was
Well,
just made it
because
a
the
little
last,
bit
the
better.
last 2 games we did, Marshall
Domination, which
It
is
was
great.
awesome. It was awesome to watch.
Hopefully we'll get an award for that too.
We'll
It just
see.
got
We'll
sent
see.
in,
We'll
so
see.
yeah, I was able to clip a good portion of it.
Yes, sir.
Number 2, I got literally every sports meeting. I put the staff
Yeah,
room in
it's-
general, and now literally every sports. And
it's
by the
just
way,
with-
as a note, I do have Sean raising his hands to nobody.
Thank you.
Greatest
No,
moment.
it's just like I don't know what it is. Even with Anderson now with sport, they're still fun.
Still
like they're
great.
still
It's
fun.
still
They're
great.
hilarious.
It's so much
There
fun.
was one. It's like it's not more funny. It was just more funny to me. It was the most recent sports meeting we had where Anthony kind of was like talking back to Anderson and then
Oh,
just
yeah.
shut up.
And
It was-
Anderson was like, "Knock it off."
no, he was like,
But-
stop arguing with me.
Yeah.
I just thought that was funny.
And the funniest thing about having Sean as a sports director was he had such a blasé, like I don't care
Yes.
attitude, and so you'd be doing something and he'd just kind of look up at you and be like, "What?" with
Yeah,
his dead
literally.
face, and then he'll just be like,
wouldn't care.
"Guys, stop it." And then if we started up again, he'll just be like, "All right, next game we got Thursday." And
he was
so much
he was
fun.
such a dad though.
Yeah, he was,
like
for
literally.
real,
He was
for
basically like
But yeah,
It was
the
so
sports
crazy.
meetings are great.
It was
They're
awesome.
great.
So my number 2 is actually the very first game I've had on air for Marshall for
Mm-hmm.
WMUL. I remembered it was a women's game. I think it was U Pike we played last
Yeah.
year. Was that women's last year?
Your first game on was a basketball game?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. First ever game I had on air was color with Nate
thought-
Courtney. No, I never
Really?
did soccer or volleyball. I didn't do it.
I remember I did a couple volleyball, but I also produced like 10 games.
I produced like 5 or 6. I remembered that I think I wrote up some of those games for like for the soccer and volleyball, but I remember that I produced some. But first ever game on air was with Nate Courtney. I did basketball.
I love calling with Nate. I've never
doing
called
Nate.
with Anderson.
It's-
Never
it's
called
fun.
with Peltier.
It's fun. I want to do it with Peltier before he leaves. I really do.
Yeah.
I really do. But no, I think like Peltier though, it's like his big thing is like soccer.
He loves soccer,
He loves soccer. He did football recently. I listened to that. I thought he did a really good job as color.
all.
But like I haven't really seen him on air for basketball or like when baseball
That's
comes
true,
around. I don't
honestly.
see him on for that. Anyway, number 1 for Shane.
Number 1, I have the volleyball games you and I have called
Yes.
together.
Yes,
The
sir.
most fun I've had so far. I got 4 clips. Okay.
Okay.
4 clips of this one. First, none of them are from our best
Wait,
game. By
Do
the
you
way.
have the up one?
Of course I do.
Okay, thank you.
None of them are from our first game together, which is the best game we called because
Yes.
when it's a great game, are you gonna have that many funny clips?
No.
So first one I got hit in the head.
Oh,
during our
yeah.
second game while calling the game.
I
It was
remember
hilarious.
that. That was funny.
It was so funny, and I still have the clip of it because there was a video on ESPN Plus. It literally zoomed in
I
on
have the
me
video
getting
too.
hit. in it. Yeah, it's hilarious.
And now Coastal sets the far side to Jalen Stout. And a great job by the Thundering Herd block to put it down. I just got nailed in the head by the ball. Connor Brown is laughing his head off right now. That was great. Anyway, Coastal Carolina leads 16-13.
The next one I have is you mocking Tony Romo. in our second game with the I don't know Shane.
That was a good
and then
one.
you could hear yourself like start to laugh, but then I'm impressed you caught yourself.
I was impressed.
I'm not going to waste any time, Connor. I'm already bringing you in. There's a lot of excitement in the air tonight with the start of Sunbelt action. What are you looking to see out of this one tonight?
I don't know, Shane. We got a lot of good high flying hard hitters here on both sides of the ball.
And then we have Up as well. We mentioned the movie Up. That was great as well.
I
Doug the
remember
dog.
I said up reference. You looked at me and you said unk reference. And I was like,
Yeah, I was
no,
like,
up.
what?
I was like, no, up.
Oh, it was so much fun.
The dog has left the building.
that is
Sad.
very sad. And
Squirrel.
So- okay, all right, good up reference. So they are going to give that one to Marshall.
What? Unk reference?
Up.
Up.
The movie Up.
Oh, is that from Up?
That's from the dog. He said
Oh.
squirrel.
I thought it was just a thing. Like, if you're like,
Have you seen the
if
movie Up?
you have like ADD or something.
Have you
like
seen
that.
the movie Up?
Yeah, of course. I love Up.
I'm
Was
just
that it? Oh, the dog.
The dog.
The dog that
Doug,
can talk.
the dog.
You're right.
Yeah,
you're
he
right.
says it.
Okay.
He'll be talking
Okay.
and then it's go squirrel.
Back to Marshall
All right,
volleyball.
back to Marshall volleyball. Emma
Back to
Barnett.
regularly scheduled
Emma Barnett
programming.
set
And then
to serve here.
lastly, there is a dog on the court.
Yes, Bryn Brown. That was the
Bryn
most.
Brown was sitting by
Yeah.
another Marshall volleyball alumnus, and she had a literal dog. And I was like, we got to talk about this, right?
I remember you were talking about the dog, and then Beatrice was going to serve. And now I was talking about this dog, Beatrice Signorelli.
We had to reel it in. I mean, we're
That
just
was
setting
really
the
good.
scene.
That
If
was
I
really
was
good.
listening to a game and
I
there
wanna
was a
know if
dog
there's
on the court, I
wanted
would
to
want
tell
to know
about it. There's a dog
Oh,
on the court.
God.
Marshall's playing like a bunch of dogs, and I'll tell you what, there's a dog courtside right now. I mean, a literal canine dog over there with a bunch of Marshall alumni. Bryn Brown, I believe that's Tanika Wilson, with a tiny little dachshund, I think. Just wanted to comment that, set the scene here in the Cam Anderson Center.
Sitting there on the goat section there of Bryn Brown.
Okay.
And now we're going to have hay. And now we're going to have
Dude, our volleyball games, we call it.
so
It's been
funny.
so much fun.
They've been so fun. Man.
It's been so much fun, for sure.
We've got to get more. I want to do me and you basketball.
That'd be a fun
100%.
one.
We gotta
That'd be
do
a
that. We
fun
gotta do
one.
that.
Absolutely.
So my number one is me personally. I think it's my best call I've had for Marshall. It was a home run call versus, I believe, Central Michigan. It was Micah New. I believe he transferred.
Plays for Arkansas.
Oh yes, I remember because Anthony
You
told
went
me.
to Arkansas.
Anthony told me I got to call a home run, and I
There
think
you
it's a
go.
cool one because me and Anthony were talking about them probably switching pitchers or something. Like Central Michigan probably switching a pitcher because he wasn't doing that well at the moment.
Yeah.
And then Mike Neu just hits a absolute moonshot to deep left field. And I remember my call. I was like,
Currently not, so they might stick with a pitcher they had just a few moments ago as Smith and Niu hits the deep left field, and that one is gone by baseball. And that's Micah Niu, a home run, first home run of the season for him. Takes that one to deep left field from Jack Smith, and that gives the Herd an 11-5 lead.
yeah, that is my number one. But I do agree. Also, our volleyball games are awesome.
Oh, they're so
they're
much
so
fun.
good. Just us bringing the energy means they're going to
it's
score
just-
7 goals.
It's a great time. It's a great. I was talking to somebody the other day. I was like, Connor and I have so much fun. I wonder if we maybe have a little too much fun.
Yeah.
To the point where it sounds
Also,
a little
when
list
we were
lifey.
when we were talking about the up thing, that was just list life.
A little
That's
too
what that
list
was.
life.
That was literally just list
Or
life.
the break, which this wasn't bad, but we had the break in between the second and third set. We talked through the
talked
whole
for
break
4
because
minutes.
it was a
Yeah.
4.5 minute break. We talked through the whole break because we were just talking about the game and everything
we
that
just
was
kept,
going on.
We just
And it
kept
was like,
yapping, and it was so funny.
I remember it got to like a minute left. I was like, all right, well, or we
Let's
talked
go.
the whole break.
No, I remember it was like, oh, okay, 4, okay. I was like, oh, 2:30,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Oh,
okay.
30 seconds.
was
I
like,
was like,
oh,
okay. I was
crap,
like,
it
we're
looks
still
like we're not
going.
taking a break.
No breaks here.
Yeah,
Made Ethan
no.
Patrick's job easier.
This is a special place for sure. There's a reason it's lasted 64 years through crazy things. Hopefully many more years to come. Hopefully only 2.5 more years for us, because if it's any more than that, something's really wrong.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's a great time here. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else. I literally travel 7 hours to get down here to do this. It's a great time. The people are great. It's fantastic.
Love the family. Love the family.
It really is.
Yeah, love the family.
It really is a little family. I mean, how much time we spend together, and none of this is paid. That's the other thing. We do this because we want to get practice. We want to learn. We want to spend time
one
with
of
each other.
one of the biggest things I was told was actually I had one of my friends, her sister works for WSAZ, and she knew Luke Hamilton.
Yeah.
And she talked to him. He gave me Ben Cower's number.
There you
Good
go.
voice crack, but he gave me Ben Cower's number. I remember the first sports meeting after Ben Cower was like, "Oh wait, you're Connor, right? Luke told me about you." So it was cool. I had inside in. Ben knew me immediately.
It's crazy.
It was really cool, and it's just it's really cool for all of it.
It is, and it truly is a special place. It's a lot of fun. I mean, we could go all day about all we get to do. We get to sit in
Exactly.
here. We get to make our own show. We get to go call games. We get to interview people, put together, all these really cool things that are in all ways we can imagine. We have the awards to prove that
literally.
it's professional level work.
If you are ever here, obviously, if you're listening, you work here, or you're visiting or something like that, you can literally see walking up to WMUL, the staff room, all the awards and the trophy cases.
And
it goes all the way down.
And a lot of the awards we have are beating professionals.
Yes, I
that's
know.
the other people that
Like,
get paid to do this.
Well, I remember
And
at the Greenbrier, Ben Anderson and Ben Westfall, they got second place.
they got second place
Yeah,
for
behind
play-by-play
a-
call. Behind no. Do you know who's behind?
Who's behind?
Ray Reinierson and Ben Cower. We swept
literally,
it.
yeah.
We got like best website. We had like best reporter or something like that. We win all these things for some. I was on the website, by the way, but
Yes, he was,
because
yes,
I'm
yeah.
a part of it.
Yes, he was,
but
yeah.
not subtle flex. But it's crazy what we do. If you're out there, because this is Marshall's radio station. If you're at Marshall listening, come stop by. I promise you, it's a great time. There's literally no prerequisite necessary. I knew nothing.
Me either.
Coming. I remember looking at the console, which we talked about earlier, and looking at Adobe Audition earlier. and going, I'm never going to be able to learn that.
I won't lie. I looked at it like, bro, I'm cooked.
Yeah,
Like, the
and
entire
now
time.
I'm doing stuff with that I never thought I'd be able to do. But yeah, seriously, if you're around here, come by. We will get you hooked up with what you want to do.
If you have any interest in anything, whether it be sports, media, news anchors, or something like that, we have it.
Even
we have it.
graphics. We need
Yes,
people
also,
to
we
make
need people to do
graphics
that.
all the time.
If you have any interest in media at all as a whole, come down to WMUL. You'll meet a lot of friendly faces and a lot of good people to get you started.
Yeah, it's awesome. Don't even have to be a media major.
Nope.
We have cybersecurity majors. We have math.
We had cybersecurity out. That was oh no, that's
Nate
Nate
Holly.
Oh wait, what was Luke Piles?
Cybersecurity. Oh wait, I think
What's
he's
the files?
cybersecurity. I think Nate Holly's cyber forensics or something.
I think so. Yeah.
We
And
have math majors.
Ellie Quick's accounting.
Yeah.
So yeah, and you have me and Shane with our fake majors, sports journalism.
Did you not hear me say math major?
Hey, listen, buddy, it's your second one. Okay.
Hey,
We know
still
we
counts.
know your first one.
But
was,
yeah,
right?
it's a great time. It's
Amazing
so
time.
much fun. I never thought I'd be making stuff like this here,
Yeah.
especially at a place that so many phenomenal people, just truly legends of media, have come through and been able to say, yeah, I'm working at the same place they do. So it's a special thing here. It's a special place here. Happy birthday to WMUL. Always fantastic.
Happy
Always a
birthday.
pleasure. And yeah, thank you for tuning in. We will be back with our regularly scheduled 2 p.m.s on Thursdays next week. We believe it's pizza with Morgan Watson.
Put a pin. We'll see.
Put a pin on that. We'll see. We're not 100% sure yet, but no matter what, we can promise you one thing. We will have more List Life for you next week. Thank you once again for listening. Happy birthday to WMUL.